All right, so welcome to the Agenda 559 podcast. I'm TJ. Got Bakari in the building.
Cater.
We got Cater in the building. Got my man Sinbad in the building.
What's going on?
You know, we out here. How y'all doing today, man?
Good, blessed, you feel me? With my people, love it. Another day, another dollar, shining.
Father's Day was smooth?
It was smooth, it was cool.
Yeah?
Righteous.
That's what's up, man.
Ate good food. You feel me?
That's what's up, man. So I got my man Sinbad in the building. You want to tell him a little bit about yourself, bro?
What's going on, man? Sinbad, you know, musician, you know what I'm saying, producer, artist. And I've been out here in the valley, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing, just connecting with my peoples, and, you know, it's all love over here. Came in, dropped into the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
See what's going on.
Appreciate you, man. So first off, I just want to get into some things. We got some announcements. We got the first ever Kings County Town Hall meeting. It's going to be moderated by the NAACP. Something I'm going to be speaking at personally. It's going to be cool because we're going to have the Kings County Superintendent there. We're going to have the Kings County DA there, the mayors. We're going to have the sheriffs there. We're going to have senator there, the assemblyman, congressman. We're going to have everybody there. And we get to talk about whatever we want to talk about to them. So it's pretty cool. We get to, we're going to be able to address some situations, ask some questions. We encourage everybody to tune in. It'll be available on Zoom. It'll also be available, you can show up at the Lemoore Civic Auditorium. It's going to be July 11th at 5 o'clock. There's also going to be like a donation, like a backpack for kids, like some bunch of kids donations, like books, pencils, things like that. So if you want to make any donations, you can reach out to me or Crystal Jackson, the president of the NAACP. Yeah, it should be a dope event. I'm excited. You know, we never had nothing like this.
Yeah, I'm excited to attend. I'll be there for sure.
I think it's a good start. I think it's a good, people will complain about what's going on in the world, but at the end of the day, it starts in our backyard or where we're at.
And on the shit, so everybody who wants to complain and has been complaining and has something to say and wants to voice their second opinion about something, come to the town hall meeting and voice that shit out. Speak your mind, speak what you see that's going wrong, and speak that shit to existence so we can change it. That's the only way we're gonna change, not by you talking behind doors and under the pillow. Come out, support your valley, support where you from, and stand tall with your people who's in there in that room. Clap when they speak, you feel me, so they can clap for you back, you feel me, show that same respect, and get out there and speak, man. Don't sit there and just sit back and be like, oh, I wish, or this is, you don't know what goes on here. We don't know, you feel me, y'all don't know what happens to us, you feel me, and we don't know what goes on with y'all, so instead of complaining about that shit and talking about it and throwing shade, pop up at the meeting, July 11th, pop up, 5 o'clock, town hall, and we gonna get that shit cracking. We gonna make everybody hear us. Stand together.
Yeah, amen to that, bro. It's gonna be dope.
And if you ain't there, don't complain no more.
Yeah, if you ain't there, I don't want to hear you complain about the cops.
I don't want to debate with you.
I don't want to hear nothing about what you got to say about the senators, what they're doing for the state, or the assemblymen.
I don't want to talk to you, kick it when you stay with you.
No, real talk though. Ultimately, it's up to us as the people to take responsibility to make changes in the community, because we can sit around all day and say, why isn't nobody doing this when we're the person that's supposed to be doing it? You know what I'm saying? And that's
right.
kind of how I started looking at a lot of things, bro, because I was like, I see a lot going on in the world. And with me personally, it was like I was looking at like the world from a whole world. Like, I'm a rap artist, you feel me? Like, I look at it from a world perspective just so I can, write just my perspective, like my painting on a view for the world or whatever, And now it's like I'm looking more like closely locally at exactly what's going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like how I can make a real tangible change, you know what I'm saying? And like really how we can utilize our platforms, like seeing people starting podcasts.
Right.
Shout out to Angel Robles. He had me on his podcast, The Robles Review. He had me yesterday. We had like a 45-minute conversation. It was pretty dope. Yeah, it was dope. He got some cool things going on over there.
I'm glad you said something to you, like, people were coming up, we have a voice, and we're restricted to, like, not restricted, but people expect us to be something like to be like, say you make it higher, you feel me, you become famous, you feel me, people expect you like, oh, you're famous, you know, you have a higher voice, you know, you can say something. Yeah, people understand, bro. We do, like, not just us, but people out there who are above us and higher than us and got more knowledge than us, they do speak out, you feel me, but they cannot speak out for millions of people who are not speaking out for themselves, you know what I mean? And it just goes back to July 11th, man. Come down to the town hall and speak your voice. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta all do this together. You feel me? Don't expect the next person to do that shit for you. You feel me? We cannot fight for somebody who's not willing to fight for themselves.
No, that's right. That's 1,000%. You know, we gotta have our own. You know, that's why me personally. That's why I've been trying to be involved, because it's like in Lemoore, or where I'm from, bro, where we from. We don't have niggas out here like, let's make a change. Niggas calling the cops, talking about, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it's like in Africa too. It's not like, oh yeah, man, it's like retaliation. Like, they fuck with us, man. Fuck them. I'll be getting them back. Like,
yeah, you gotta hold them accountable. You know, you gotta be able to.
And now they really, like, it just comes to a point to like, bro, I'm tired of getting on social media, and every day it's like a new person is dying and they're getting younger and younger. It's like, bro, this shit's gotta stop. And it's like, okay, we're protesting. Okay, we protest. Nothing stops. We continue to protest. Nothing stops. And I don't get mad about the protest because, you know, like, Martin Luther King and them marched for hella long. You feel me? For hella long. You feel me? So I can't get mad about that shit. Like, I can't feel some type of way because, like, you look at that, everybody, like, look at the history. They marched for hella long, bro, and hella far did they march. I mean,
gang ass far.
It wasn't just
that's the fucked up part. Cause niggas die, bro. Like, when niggas really stand up, they die.
Exactly, and we like.
So that's why we have to really lock arms. It gotta be the Spartans if we gonna do it.
You know, I'm tired of seeing that shit personally, bro. I don't want to see none of my brothers, my sisters, the kings and queens dying and shit, bro. We gotta stand together, and them niggas gotta be accounted for, bro. Like, if we held accountable, they gotta be held accountable. If we being held accountable for raising our hands in the air, being shot for not being able to move, being shot for not doing shit, getting our knees or our necks, not being able to breathe, bro, they need to be held accountable for that.
Fact.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like we were talking about with the lady who threatened basically to shoot the peaceful protesters in Lemoore.
Oh yeah. That's a terrorist threat, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
If I know if any other three of us did that shit, you know where we be right now? Kings County Jail.
We'd be in cuffs.
Awaiting trial.
If there was any student that did it and went to school later on, that kid would be in cuffs, like, instantly before they ask any questions. The student wouldn't be able to apologize on Facebook like they said that shit.
Yeah, like, apologize on Facebook. What type of shit is that?
So we're definitely gonna address some things. You know what I'm saying? They did reopen the case though to the DA, the Kings County DA.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a reopened case. It should go get her, arrest her. You feel me? You got a terrorist threat in your hands. You can't do that.
Yeah. Is it on camera?
It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
The whole
shit, bro. I got screenshots in the group chats, bro.
That's a closed case, then.
It's just like it's.
That's probation at least.
It's a fine line.
3 years probation.
They tried to come. They tried to come and say that they couldn't
shit.
prove that she was actually gonna do it.
Right.
And then it's like her husband on his Facebook posting pictures from the National Rifle Association and shit, all type of shit.
So
and
you
it's
definitely got the means.
Like,
too.
yeah. So it's like, come on, bruh. Like, come on, dog. We already know what's going on, man.
That shit wild.
Like, she just got some money, you know. She's in the whole city circle, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't touch our circle, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what the little people say. I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like, if we just want to get even with them, and niggas just really went out and put on a blue black mask, you feel me, and then went to their house and burnt their house down, you feel me? Then they be like, all these motherfuckers is monkeys, they're tripping, they're going crazy, you feel me? But how we going about? We're going out civil ways, like we're going. You guys should be lucky how we go about this shit, and we're doing it in a civil way. You feel me?
And the fact that I went to them civilly and told them about it,
right.
And you turn around 2 weeks later and say I never spoke to you.
You know how many goons I know who are ready just to go burn people? Is that like, man? Judges,
don't say that.
Why is it?
But yeah,
it can be ugly, man. Like,
cool, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Niggas, that's never really been niggas. Niggas ain't never really tried to go burn niggas shit down like that. Like, we've always been peaceful. We always, you know what I'm saying, been that way.
That's what Daylight said. I fuck with that tough. It's like, all lives matter. Like, man, we been on that. Like,
Yeah, like,
this whole time we ain't did nothing to you.
yeah, we got out of chains and tried to just be cool. Like, what's
Facts.
up? We
Like,
just
we-
wanted to eat the same restaurant as
Y'all didn't want us to go to school with you,
Like,
but we just want to go to the school with y'all. Like,
yeah, like we just wanted to learn from
Drink
the,
water
from the
with
nice
you?
people,
Yeah.
the people who got some money. Like we want to learn from what y'all talking about.
How y'all make
Facts.
that? You feel me? How you get that much money? Where I gotta go to do that?
You know, it's like it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
but that kind of brings me into, you know, I think we should kind of go backwards. Like, we do need that type of segregation, low key. Not so much as society, but like a lot of people don't really know. Like, Crenshaw is one of the most prosperous black neighborhoods in California.
True.
They said like the average household out there, they make like $100,000 a year.
Oh yeah.
So it's like we should have our own institutions in our own neighborhoods. I just put it on my Facebook the other day.
I shared that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go to every major city in the country, you're gonna find a Chinatown,
Right.
and they gonna have the grocery stores to go with it. They got the laundromats to go with it.
We got to get the community garden going, the community barbecue.
I'm saying,
Like,
it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's not like, oh, you a racist. Like,
it's
nah.
just like we building our own.
We, you know what I'm saying? And if another Tulsa, Oklahoma happen to where we do establish, because you know what I'm saying, some people would say that, well, we already had that. Well, I mean, that was the past, right? Life changed, right? Life is different, right? So if we do that again, and another Tulsa, Oklahoma happens,
Then
it's like we should give up, low
Right.
key.
no,
And imagine
it's not.
how big that was.
It's
That was-
like
that
there's
was
still
a-
progress to be made from that, even if we lose it again.
Nah,
100 years
that's
later,
not progress,
the whole
that ain't progress no more. That shows you that this society will not let you survive.
Right.
They don't
Yeah,
want you to
but-
survive on your
Because
own.
that Tulsa, Oklahoma, bro, that was a couple miles of just black-owned businesses that were booming. That was a Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
That was bringing in revenue.
Yeah.
Great revenue. And they burnt that to the ground out of hatred and jealousy.
But it's a different time.
So that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
It shouldn't happen again.
Right.
Yeah.
So if it does happen again, it's gonna be like, yo, we live in a society that won't let us prosper. It's
Yeah.
really time to just pack up and leave after that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think they want that smoke today. I don't think they want.
This
that
is the
type of
time, man.
smoke.
This is the time they do need to
mean,
smoke. You feel me?
I don't
If they
think
want it
if
or
we
not.
did ban that together, say 10, 15, 20 years from now,
Right.
we banded that. I don't think they would want that type of smoke because what
It
it
don't
would take
matter.
to ban that together would be a lot, bro.
Facts.
It would be a lot.
Yeah,
and it'd be
but-
a lot of power in what there would be there.
At the same
A
time,
lot
it's
of
like, who
thinkers
cares
would
what
do
they
a
want?
lot
You feel me?
of
We
shit,
want that establishment. We don't
Like-
care what the smoke they want. Like, you better be ready with the smoke we bring. You feel me?
Right.
Because we're not waiting for them for us to get ready and suited and be like, okay, they got a vest, they got a tank. All right, so I mean, we got your 2 tanks, your 30 vests. No, I mean, when we come in like, oh shit, they got 30 vests, they got 1,000 tanks. We're not ready for it. Yeah, you're not ready. And when you get ready, we're gonna be on top of you like with 100 tanks, our 10,000 soldiers with 10,000 vests. You feel me? Artillerized. Then we gonna come at you again with 100,000,
That's
a
wild.
million. You feel me?
Like, we shouldn't even have to go that far.
But I mean, that's what you got. That's what we got to come at them like. You feel me? They can't. We don't need them to be ready for our smoke. You feel me?
Yeah.
We have to be ready for that smoke. As long as we prepared. You feel me? If us 3 started a business right now, and we went and for what was it? We in June and we boomed up and became a top 10. You feel me? In January 2021.
Right.
You know how many people be on us like, whoa. You feel me? You're gonna have your good side like, hey man, we need y'all to be in this group right here and help us. Like, no, we only doing black owned. Okay, we're black. We want to join y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have a group of people. Oh, we're black, but y'all don't want to fuck with other people like that, and we want to fuck with everybody, not just blacks. And they gonna try to shut us down. You feel me? You gonna have that segregation regardless. But to have 3 black people or just a black community just to start it, boom, and you pull that, you drag that. No, bro, no disrespect, but this is black owned. Now you got a whole black owned street. You turn that into real estate, bam. Now you got a whole black owned neighborhood. Now you got the black man at the corner who got the gas station. Now you got that black owned man, black meat market. You feel me? Black grocery store.
And then now that's where you got the naturopathic doctors. I don't gotta leave my neighborhood for
Exactly.
And
You
that's
know
what
what I'm
I was
saying?
talking about with like opening up like a Walmart type of thing. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? It's like bringing these people that do these businesses and are these artists or are these creators. You know what I'm saying? Bring them in a place. Let them get their own statistics up. You know what I'm saying? Like put them out there. Let them practice what they believe. You know, something that even resonates with what I believe. It doesn't even have to resonate with what I believe, but it's something as long as I support where they're at. You know what I'm saying? As just as a human. You know what I'm saying? If I see you making your own business and doing some shit, and you trying to collab, bro, like I'm all for that. Especially that's what this is all about. You know what I'm saying?
Especially, I'm glad you said. Listen, this is one thing that irks my nerves, and I see this shit all the time. My brothers and my sisters, support your brothers and your sisters, bruh. If my man's is selling t-shirts right here and he's a brother, do not go to that motherfucker up the street just because you want the discount, my nigga. He gotta make a living too. If he's selling 2 for $25, get your 2 for $25 from the brother. Don't go up there and try to get an extra shirt because he giving a discount for $2. You know what I mean? Or because you want your extra discount, my nigga. Like, come on, support your brother. If a nigga's cutting here and he tell you $15, pay the $15. Niggas is $25, $30, bruh. You feel me? Support that shit, man. They're doing, obviously they're good enough. If he's charging $15, he's good enough to get paid. You feel me?
And that's something I always appreciated about people that would like support the music. You know, they would always be happy to like buy a CD. You know what I'm saying? Shoot me like $10. Like, you know, it's just those type of people, man. Like ultimately, that's what's gonna move shit.
It's that same movement. Everything, music, your own, like trying to sell your own merchandise, whatever you do, bro. You're always gonna have that race on race hatred. You know, like people always say, like, oh, you guys don't, you know, like why you kill each other? You know, like yeah, we kill each other, and it's not out of fucking hatred. It's just out of arguments and shit escalates. But you feel me? That's a downer. Like we shouldn't be killing each other, but whites kill each other, Mexicans kill each other, Asians kill each other.
On top of that, we African, dog. Like Africa is not a homogenous, united continent. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
Africans never got down like that. Where it's just, oh, we're all like, bro. There's tribal wars, like, and it's just in us naturally.
Like me and you talk a lot about like the African slave trade and all that. You know, like people don't know blacks enslaved blacks, like in Africa, and like
to be specific, Nigerians and Ghanaians. You know what I'm saying? Look, if y'all don't believe that, go look up the year of return and why that even happened. That's because they apologized for their participation in the slave trade.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? They didn't sell their own people.
Right there.
Africa is taking Africa is going to different countries. You feel me? And they're taking and raping their women. You feel me? And then taking the kids and putting them into their own little refugees. And now you're becoming a soldier for mine. We're gonna go kick all these other little countries out here, these little villages. Africans are doing that to themselves, bro.
That's what we do, though. It's not something
man. I
about.
got an appointment. I gotta get you real quick. You feel me? I gotta cut mine short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, dog.
On the little schedule, but you feel me? It's always good to tap in. I give all knowledge.
I appreciate you, dog.
All love,
man. Always, man. You already know, man.
We gotta do this again. It's catered. Feel me? I'm gonna tap in with y'all a little later.
Yeah, man.
Y'all kill this rest of the show.
You know, we gonna go off live for the rest of the show, y'all. Y'all gotta tune in tomorrow for the whole episode.
I know y'all gonna some knowledge right now, man. For real.
Yeah, that's a call. But yeah, so let's see, bro. Honestly, dog, I want to get your opinion on how do you feel about that? Did you see that Trump thing today? The Trump where students, not students, like people they can get jobs, government-based jobs based on skill, not just college.
That's tight.
Yeah,
to keep it real.
I think it's tight too.
To keep it all the way 100. I mean, I got a 2-part answer to that because at the same time it's like I'm not gonna go get a job from a government entity that I complain about in the first place.
Yeah.
So I mean, me personally, I wouldn't want a government job.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in a survival case, you know, by any means, if that's what's available and I could grab it, then of course it's another way out besides what we've been doing, selling drugs and wanting to be rappers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Breaking your back on this field. Because, I mean, sports is cool, but that shit is hard on your body.
That's a form of slavery in itself, like a form of, you know.
But I mean, if you want to look at it like that, too. But I don't want to look at it in that aspect.
Well, I just look at it in that aspect of, like, everyone gets hurt. Like, people, like, black people, all types of people are literally throwing their bodies and risking their life for entertainment.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like from like an old gladiator type state. Like,
same shit.
Like it's like the same type of ideology. But I get it because it's actually fun and shit. But just the fact that you're like, we have our strongest fucking people in the entire world, in our entire country, the strongest warriors are out there sacrificing their bodies every day
for niggas' entertainment.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it just depends on how you cut the pie. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those people don't really have long careers and that type of shit. You know? So
I mean, but that goes back to where we put our money.
yeah.
A lot of people don't understand, like, just the black community alone, not even, like, including the brown community, but we spend, like, what is it, like $1.3 trillion a year consuming products. That's just the consummation of products, though.
We could put fast food out of business if we just stepped out.
I mean, you got $1.3 trillion at your disposal every year. Now, if you were to smartly learn how to allocate that into places, you could take these athletes and give them a career. But then that also goes back to lifestyle for people. Some people have a different taste in lifestyle that they want to live. Not everybody wants to live regular, so it's kind of hard to really.
Yeah, it's all it boils down to choice.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make everybody happy, but it's possible to survive.
Yeah. And
live good. Yeah.
Well, to go back to like the Trump thing, I found it kind of like, for me, I got like a lot of experience in sales, like it's a lot of success. I got college experience, so for that to make me be able to get a certain job position or open up the bias, you know what I'm saying, of the interviewer more so, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate that shit. But for the person who got sold the whole college idea and got $80,000 in debt because they wanted this or that job, I kind of feel their sentiment, because it's like the rug was pulled from under them a little bit, to an extent. But it still gives you more. Because I saw a girl post on this mad. And
she
I was
angry?
Like, she was super mad. I'm like, yo, I get what you're saying. They kind of pulled the rug from under you. But at the same time, it gives you students more fucking initiative to use your classes and really get something from it to put you in that position to where you are ready for that position, you know what I'm saying? And you're more of an added advantage because of the knowledge that you studied and applied and took in based on whatever courses you chose and shit like that.
I mean, how I see college with that aspect, I mean, it's like they gon' I mean, just like any business, they gonna try to upsell you. So at the end of the day, like, when you good at something, college is free at that. You know what I'm saying? To keep it real. Like, when I was in high school, I was offered a scholarship. One was through Drumline, and then the other was because I did my high school senior project. There's a lot of people
with student loans, bro.
I mean, but I'm saying, like, that's because they wasn't good at something, probably.
Yeah, well, like, there's a lot of people that wasn't good at shit, bro. You know, like, most of my niggas was good at shit, but, like, a lot of people, there's a lot, like, the cookie is cut smaller for the niggas who was good at shit. Like,
did they apply for scholarships? Did they apply? Because, I mean, a lot of that shit takes effort, and a lot of us just don't do that type of effort.
Like me, I never qualified for financial aid or none of that. And, like, I applied every year my FAFSA. I was mad. I did it, like, too many years.
But you could have probably qualified for a scholarship, though. All you had to do was write that little essay on why you feel like you deserved it.
I didn't have that type of information provided to me.
And that's another thing, too. We don't have that information.
We have a lack of connection to certain things. That's why the NAACP has been a really cool resource. And a cool thing about the NAACP right now in Kings County and Tulare County, in case anyone's interested, we currently have, I believe, like 15 to 18 positions for the youth that are already paid for the annual membership are already paid for. So, you know, it's literally no cost to join, and it's like we're trying to bring what I'm trying to do, bro, is we're trying to get more of the because when I went to the protest in Fresno, it was ran by the Fresno State NAACP. Basically, I went to that protest. The president of the NAACP over at Fresno State told me, yo, you gotta don't go to any protest that's not organized by the NAACP. And I'm like, okay, well, in smaller towns, Lemoore, Hanford, Tulare, we don't have these type of Visalia. We don't have these type of things to let our kids have a safe outlet and let the voices be heard in this type of manner. So now it's like, I still want the freedom of speech to be available here. You know what I'm saying? The same way it is in Fresno, because it's a beautiful, positive thing. You know, and it's like, so now I'm working with them to try to get it brought into the high school and implemented like a chapter people can join in the high school, and they can get more education on social issues, real things going on in the community, disparities, just different information that the NAACP usually has research on everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like on the East Coast, they have a heavy access to all this. There's a lot of people are in it over there. West Coast is like super dry. Like not that many people are into it like that.
And that's another thing we got to do. We got to start funneling our youth into these different avenues: politics, science, archaeology. Because like with this virus thing, right? You got a lot of people who don't even trust science or medicine no more.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, that's the lack of representation, especially on like the brown side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to be racial with science or nothing like that, but you don't see a lot of black scientists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't.
That are coming out with this type of information.
And it's like, you know.
So it's like you know, people
like,
got to go to the same
black people
that
can't sit here and be mad about at the sciences.
When
they ain't training your son. Yeah, when you ain't training your son to be a scientist.
Right.
You know? So it's like
you mad that
or if you
Egypt is white, but then it's like, how many of y'all want to be archaeologists? You know what I'm saying? They doing the shit that we won't go do. Like they'll go live in Africa with a tribe for 6 months and document their whole experience, and then come back and write an article on it. Like we won't do that. Them niggas will go to space.
That it kind of boils down to the whole black people always been on All Lives Matter. We always been on Life Matters. We always been good where we at, chilling. Like we have fun. Nigga just want to fucking barbecue and kick it. Like niggas ain't really over here trying to go discover shit. Like you know, we ain't over here trying to like go.
I mean, it works for us and against us at the same time though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It works for us and against us in that aspect. 'Cause it's like.
But yeah, we are out the way and just surviving, which is all we really want to ask for. But at the same time, it's time to get involved.
Yeah, it's kind of like you gotta. That's what I was saying about like, kind of our parents' generation. They taught us like, you know, what it means to just to have a good life and just be good. You know what I'm saying? First kind of generation that was really like we could be good. Like.
Well, I mean, look at their experiences though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Coming from where that when they was growing up, it was segregation and I couldn't do this. To now, it's like, okay, you can finally live. Like, I don't want my child to go through none of that. I just want you to do good and live.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
No,
that was good enough for them.
That's like my parents'
it's better than what they had.
That's my parents' perspective. Like my mom, she's from the Bronx, bro. Grew up in the projects.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she grew up in the projects, bro. Like
New York.
lost both of her parents before the age of 12.
Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? Her dad's full Puerto Rican from Puerto Rico, and her mom's full Irish from Ireland. You know, and literally, she comes from the mindset of like, nigga, appreciate everything you have. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, cherish life. Like, you know, versus go change the world. Like, she said, believe, do what you want type shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus go change the world. And, you know, and it's, she's right in every aspect. But now it's like, this 2020 year literally kind of opens niggas' eyes to where they can see like, yo, I gotta kind of step. I gotta make a move. Like right now, you gotta have an opinion on Facebook, some type of opinion. Like in society, on social media, like you have to have a stance, almost.
You definitely do.
It's interesting how that works.
Well, I mean,
and how that might evolve. Like,
I mean, that's another thing that kind of works with and against, because you cannot have a united society with separate ideologies about everything.
Exactly, that's the
you have to
part.
You gotta find some type of common denominator where everything comes together at, you know what I'm saying? So by people having an opinion, it's kind of a good thing. But then it also shows you really how divided we are.
It can be counterproductive. Yeah, and I think yesterday was an example of that with the whole post thing. Because there's a lot of people that probably like really fuck with me that didn't agree with it, you know what I'm saying? And I understand it, and that's why I took the post down, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I was just trying to prove a point of how I don't agree with this type of talk, but it's not worth it in the scope of shit. So,
I mean, at the same time, it's cool though, cause
yeah, it's cool, but
we're not letting stuff slide no more.
And that's kind of why I did it. I'm like, yo,
And
I'm
if
not
you
even,
wrong, fucking be like, hey, I might have been wrong, my bad, but that's how I felt.
Yeah, it's just like it was an honest feeling. I know that I have things that I use to measure, like principles that I work off of, like literal principles. So it's like I know I'm not just crazy, but you know, so I get it. But yeah, man, there's a lot of dividing things right now. Like really interested. Like say if let's just have like a foreseeing segment. Like say if aliens come back in August, what you think gonna happen? You think they gonna what's just a whatever, just an opinion. You ain't got no base on it. You think they gonna come talk to niggas?
It's kind of beyond my imagination, to be real.
Have you seen
Like,
that?
that's not even something you can really imagine outside of like what you see in movies.
Have you seen the? Have you heard of the Project Bluebeam?
I heard of it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. They say it's like some project that they're doing. It's like 5 to 6G technology, and it creates like a fucking 3D motion picture in the sky, and they're gonna do like what supposedly this is what it says. It's been out for years too, and it said it was gonna happen.
I seen them with
2020
when they said it was gonna do it with Jesus coming back. That was when I heard.
So that's what they're trying to do. They're basically trying to create this picture in the sky, and overall, like basically the whole world will see it at once. Like in the Bible, it says every knee will bow. They're trying to create that type of event with all the technology and be like, basically it's supposed to be like every religious cult, or not cult, but like every religious sect, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Each religion, each culture, the person or whoever's talking is gonna be speaking to those people, so allegedly. And it's gonna like it's supposed to, the information provided, they say, will basically in some way debunk religion, so that everyone's on the same page, like on a New World Order type deal. That's why I asked you that. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm saying in light of it happening, what's your prediction? So say in 2 months this shit do happen, we like, nigga, we was on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds out of this world.
That's
but
deep. That's hella deep.
It's deep, bro. But it's kind of, they're kind of priming us for some wild shit.
I mean, but when you look at history, it's been wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go into the past and you got documents of extraterrestrials.
Yeah, but
so it's not like it's too far fetched, but it's
they got the multiplier on right now though. You know what I'm saying? They got the multiplier on, like they got the bonus points. Like it's like every day is a whole fucking, it's aliens this day, then it's fucking like the CIA want to come out years later and just come out and say, oh, we definitely admit there's aliens now in the midst of like chaos, and then literally, you know, the dude who flew the jet for the whole video with the aliens and shit. You know how the dude was talking and shit.
Oh, the fighter jet man.
Yeah, that dude, his son went to Lamar High. I was on the swim team with his son. Like I met the dude when I was like 7th grade, 8th grade. I was a kid. We were chilling under the little like shade, drinking Gatorades at the swim meet. Like that shit was wild. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I just thought that was pretty crazy though. But we also got like what else can we get into, man? What happened this week? What happened?
I seen another video, man. It's his name was Elijah. Can't think of his last name. But yeah, they just killed another black kid, man. 23.
Bro, you know the dude Robert Fuller? The dude who got hung in front of the city hall or whatever? I saw a report in a video the next day, the police shot and murdered his half brother.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And I'm
but he went out busting.
He went out to them busting? Is that what happened?
He was busting. Supposedly, like, I think he got into it with his girl in the apartment, so they responded to the little domestic violence call.
What are the odds of that?
And bro came out busting. I mean, it's not far-fetched.
His girl had a statement or what? His girl had a statement saying
that was the police call. The original call was a domestic violence call.
Oh, okay.
And he just went out busting, like, I mean.
But he had his child in the car too, huh?
I don't remember all
They
that.
said he had his child in the car.
I just seen a little video clip. I was like, oh wow.
I just saw a black man and child in the car, cops busted at him. He busted back.
Yeah, he
So,
went out busting. He was at his last straw, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people do get to that to that point.
I'd be ready to bust if somebody killed one of my little family members, like
Right.
somebody. I'd be ready to bust. I don't care at that point.
Yeah, some people, you know what I mean? It just depends how you handle it. Not everybody can handle it. Some people can move on and be like, you know, freak it, gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah. Some people be like, I don't want to be here no more. I'm at my last wits. Next person say something to me, I'm going off. Like, we done sitting in jail forever.
Some people on that Chris Dorner.
Man.
How do you feel about Chris Dorner?
Yo, I mean, Dave Chappelle said it the best. I can't even top what he said. It was on point.
But no, okay, at least that you agree. You know what I'm saying?
It was on point.
Man. Yeah, I feel him 100%.
Because I don't want to sit here and say, like, advocate for that. I would want that to happen, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't expect it to happen.
Like bro, you can't. It's kind of the logic that Dave Chappelle used. Like, you can't be mad at no one for being mad right now. You know? Like, when y'all was mad at someone else for being, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all did the same thing, homie. So.
Facts. 9/11.
You know?
Pearl Harbor, nigga. Pearl Harbor, nigga, you dropped 2 atomic bombs. Nigga made some weapons that didn't even exist and used them. Ain't nobody else on the planet done that.
Bro, I heard that Obama, while he was in office, on average, he dropped a bomb every 8 minutes for 8 years.
I mean...
See,
I don't want to say Obama,
but under his administration, I guess.
I mean, when you're the leader and you got all these people under you talking about what you gonna do, you got to do something. Yeah. And that's another thing. Leadership it's not easy.
There's ways to go about shit too, you know. But it kind of boils down to different shit. Like you see, Obama, his brother tweets all type of shit. Have you seen his brother's Twitter? His brother's verified. He tweeted the other day, I don't know if that's my brother. He literally said, like, he posted his birth certificate too from Kenya.
He said, I don't know if that's my brother.
He said defund the Democrats. He tweeted that the other day.
See, I don't believe in political parties though.
I'm not necessarily. I don't
really like politics personally.
Who like? Are you gonna vote this year?
I've never voted, and I will never vote.
Never vote. Okay, I respect that. I never.
So I don't believe that anybody's gonna have.
I never voted for a president, so I just didn't give it, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel you on that, but
my dad said I should though.
The same aspect, I'm definitely gonna vote for a lot of shit. I don't know about the presidency, what I'm gonna do. I know I'm not voting for Biden though.
Right.
I just think Trump, like, I don't really specifically know what Trump done to us as a people, like, with his legislation that has, like, affected us negatively, like.
It's just more so what he represents that people don't like.
Yeah, but the thing is, I completely understand that, bro. The thing is, he's born into that, like, what you know, like, if you have a dumbass dad and a dumbass wife, and they create him, you know what I'm saying? How is he gonna just be a smart? And it's like beyond all the dumb, he's actually doing great things. So it's like, okay, he comes from just dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? But he also has made it a point to link with hella black people and link with hella people and show love and respect. So it's like, I can't take that from him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, when, like, John Vargas made a good point, like, in the 90s when Tyson got accused of rape, they were like, everybody was killing him. Trump came out and defended him and said, I don't think he raped that girl. And it's like, you know, if he was racist, then why would he ever defend Tyson in that type of light? You know, like, but it could be another political thing. You know?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, political parties won't matter to me when you taking care of your own. So when you don't even look at a government to even provide anything that you would need, then it really don't. It don't affect you at the end of the day. Like,
and that's why it makes most sense to get involved locally. Like, at the end of the day, where you can't control what goes on in the whole ass country. You know, you could try to, like, at least manage what you got in front of you. You know what I'm saying? But what you got, you know, life ain't never gonna be perfect. You know, people always gonna die. People always gonna make dumb choices. you know, but ultimately, you know, the more we hold ourselves accountable and like link together as a community, that's what's gonna like
Facts.
that's what's gonna like make that dwindle. Like it gotta dwindle at that point because the consciousness raises. You know what I'm saying? The collective consciousness. But yeah, let me see what time we at. Let's see. Yeah, we about an hour and a half in. You feel me? It was a good podcast, bro.
Definitely good, man.
Appreciate you coming.
It was cool. Just topping it up about current events and.
Yeah, same. We need more of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Bring the homies through, and just have some real just real convos. Like there's a lot of things we want to unpack, and I want to start doing some events, bro. Like we can organize our own fucking beat battle event. We can organize our own fucking.
I mean, we can't do nothing with this COVID.
But it's about to change soon. When it changes, we gonna be ready. You know, type shit.
Right.
Like. Cause we just gotta follow certain precautions at that point. It's not like it's just over. 6 feet, just spread chairs out, like spread things out, little papers. Nobody really gonna follow it. Low key.
Man, that shit's stupid.
You know, but
cause I'm a truck driver, I go across the country and from the places where I go in, man, ain't no 6 feet, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no 6 feet, man.
Yeah, well, it's
sometimes it's unavoidable, man. So it's like
it's life though.
It's a precaution, but I mean, I see it done. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen. I mean, I've seen it.
I don't invest too much faith into the 6 feet shit, really. Personally, like I get it, and I'm not gonna try to disrespect people, but I don't. Like I'm personally like I'm not afraid.
I just call it at least doing something. That's what it really is.
Stay out people's
That's
way.
what it really is.
I'll stay out people's way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand next to you on purpose.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out your way. I naturally always done that though. Like I naturally don't really
personal space.
Yeah, like, if I'm
was always what was it like 4 feet?
Yeah,
was it like long as I could stretch my hands?
It was a personal space. It was probably like 3 or 4 feet or something.
You know what I'm saying? So an extra 2 feet. I mean that's whatever.
Yeah, but you know.
But if you gonna get a virus, then you gonna get that motherfucker.
Yeah.
6 feet or not.
That's why I say like if God got it in His word for me to get the virus, I'm gonna get it, and I can't stop that.
I don't know if it's that deep.
That's how I see it. It's like, cause I feel like, you know, God, if I die from it, then God honestly wanted me to die from it. Mm-hmm. If I don't, then He didn't.
That's too dogmatic for me. I think sometimes life is just life. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
When a baby dies, I ain't gonna be like, God wanted to take the baby. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel
just
you.
the same way I won't say God wanted to take you from a virus. I think there's certain things where God don't intervene. He allows life to be life, humans to be humans, and you make your decisions. You know what I'm saying?
But He also draws the events together, like, in a certain synchronistic way.
Sometimes.
Like, that's why karma is real. You know what I'm saying? That's why karma can be real. I won't be to say it's absolute, but like it kind of is absolute, but it's hard to measure it. You know what I'm saying?
That's another one that's kind of
it's hard. It's hard to measure it. You know.
Cause you see some people who just be prosperous and evil as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you be like, where is karma?
Yeah.
But then it's like you would see somebody who stumped their toe and be like, yeah, karma's a bitch.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
Yeah,
that's a dogma that
it's tough to unpack.
But as a principle and a moral foundation, it's very valuable. Yeah,
it has a lot of value in the lesson from it, but you can't. It's not necessarily absolute. You know, you can't put that on. You can't put it in stone like that.
That's tight though.
But yeah, so I appreciate you, man. This shit was dope.
Always, man. Much love to the viewers, man.
Tell them your social medias.
Sinbad the One, SINBADTHA #1, and yeah, man.
Yeah, I gotta start making this album, man. I gotta get you on some production.
Slide through. Come to the pharmacy. Oh no, that's my nigga, Dr. Edwin, the pharmacy.
Well, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Till next time, much love.